Okay, welcome and good afternoon to everyone. This is the first webinar of the new school year for the eTwinning featured group Learning for Sustainability and Green Skills. I'm your host for the next hour and a little bit more. We'll see how long this will last, but I'm hoping not much longer than an hour. Thank you for joining me and the speakers today. I'll start sharing my screen. If maybe Antonia or Irina could tell me once I start sharing if there's a problem with the screen, then I will try to fix it. But for now, let's start sharing. Okay, so it should be visible. I hope it is.
Yes, it is.
Thank you. Thank you. As I said, this is the Learning for Sustainability and Green Skills webinar, the first one in this new school year. This featured group is one of 19 eTwinning featured groups, and I am very proud and happy and honored to say that I am the moderator, but who am I? For those who don't know me, my name is Anita Šimac. I'm a mathematics teacher. I teach at Petar Preradović Elementary School. It's a primary and lower secondary school in Croatia. I'm also a teacher mentor. I head the Mathematics Teacher Council for the city of Zadar. I'm very much included in and active in all things connected to Microsoft, the STEM, Scientix organization, and of course eTwinning, which is the reason that we are all here today. If you're not a member of the group for some reason, this is your opportunity to join. There's a short bit.ly code that you can enter once you've logged on to the ESEP site, or else you can scan this QR code. But on this official section of the ESEP platform is where you will find everything that we do in the group, all the resources, all the news, everything can be located in that section there. So please go ahead and join us. I'd love to hear your input. Of course, you're very welcome to present future webinars, but if you're not one of those people who feels comfortable in front of the screen and presenting, then of course there are forums on the eTwinning group page and various activities where you can also contribute. So what's the group about? Let me see. And why should you even join us? I'll just quickly go through this because the point of today's webinar is not necessarily to convince you all to join the group. That will be great to have you with us. It's talking about green projects in the new school year. But just a few minutes of your time, please, for me to tell you a little bit about the group itself. I think it's one of the most important groups on the ESEP platform because it's talking about a topic that is important no matter what subject you teach. And the Sustainability and Green Skills group is a collection of educators who want to empower themselves and each other through knowledge. So we want to equip each other with strategies and resources to integrate sustainability practices and ideas and green skills into teaching practices. And it's all about learning together, connecting with people who think like us, share experiences, develop innovative solutions. And it's all about collaboration, working together, growing together, and gaining access to a wealth of curated materials and lesson plans. This is something that I'd like to work on in the coming school year, because as a new moderator of the group, I've only been part of this feature group since April. And then there was a long summer break for some. It would be great to come up with lesson plans and activities together, because there are so many of us who teach in different countries, have different curricula, and all of this can help no matter what subject you teach. As I said, I'm a mathematics teacher, but I always do at least one project connected to sustainability and green skills in each school year. I think it's really important that we feel motivated, we as teachers, as educators, that we feel motivated. And if we can inspire each other, then I think that energy, that positive mindset projects to our students, and then in that way we can inspire future generations, and these are the individuals who will be shaping the environment and the world that we live in. So it is our responsibility to help them and understand their responsibility of making a positive impact on the world. So today's webinar is, the title is From Ideas to Impact, and how to start the school year with green projects. As you can see on the right hand of the slide, there are a few notes, introductions of today's speakers. I will be kicking off. So for the next 15 minutes or so, I'll be going through my presentation, and then Natalia was going to immediately join us after my presentation, but she just sent me a message about 20 minutes ago that there's a very important situation she has to deal with. She is not only an English teacher, but the headmistress of a school in Greece. So her presentation will be the final one of the day. She has promised to do her best to join us just after 1:30 if she can. But I'm really sure she will be with us today. So
I'm
her
already here, Anita,
Oh.
so no need to worry.
So will you be going after me then? Or do you want to be last as well?
It's okay by me. Whatever.
Okay.
Thank you for...
Okay, so should we stick to the schedule, and then you can, if you're ready. I see you're ready, looking lovely. Let's see, ready to present. So that would be great if you go after me. Excellent. Okay, so Natalia is with us. Please disregard everything I said before, apart from the fact that she is a very successful, experienced English teacher and headmistress. She is a great friend of mine, and we've been collaborating for many years. She's an award-winning eTwinner ambassador. She will tell you the rest herself when she commences with her presentation. So after Natalia, then we have Irina. She is a colleague of mine, also from Zadar in Croatia, but she is a biology teacher, a Globe program teacher, and today she should be joined by Ivana, who is a mathematics teacher, and both of them collaborate numerous times throughout the school year, interdisciplinary projects that connect biology, mathematics, and the environment. So they have a very interesting presentation today called Instagram Plate. They did tell me a few months ago what it was about, and it sounded very interesting, but I've forgotten the details. But Irina will come back to you with that. But it is very much connected to social media, practical advice, and a topic that children and young students can connect to. And then our final speaker for today is another geography teacher. She's an expert teacher advisor from the city of Osijek in Croatia. She is not only a Globe program teacher, but she's a trainer as well, and she has a wealth of information. Someone I continuously learn from. She's always very inspirational with her ideas, and this topic that she will be sharing today is about urban heat islands. So something that has been on my mind for many years, and finally she's agreed to do to do this project with me as well. So she'll be telling you something about that. I'm actually participant of projects that Natalia will be telling you about today, and Antonia. So these are two projects that we're starting this year. But why do I think green projects matter? Well, sustainability is definitely one of the greatest challenges of our time, whether we're talking about climate change or biodiversity loss. So many environmental issues are no longer distant problems, something that awaits us in the future. This is what is happening now, and they are urgent, current global challenges. And schools, I truly believe, can play a crucial role in coming up with solutions. This is a real life scenario that we are confronted with, and schools can act as laboratories for sustainability, where we teach our children to think critically, to come up with their own unique ideas, and more often than not, my students, and I really believe yours as well, because children are the same no matter which country they come from, where they live, but they always have a unique outlook and vision of how they would solve something. And of course, more often than not, to them, it's very simple. Their ideas are very simple, and that student agency is something that we need to foster in all our students, because in this way, they're not only gaining knowledge, but we are equipping them and encouraging them to be responsible, empathetic, and take action. And of course, eTwinning is the perfect platform for this, because it connects teachers all over Europe and their students, and it's a very safe environment. So why are green projects relevant for us as teachers and educators, and for our students and pupils? Well, I've already mentioned these are real world challenges, and it gives us a chance, no matter what subject we teach, to show them how the learning inside the classroom is applicable outside as well. And we're always building on these competencies, but with projects on sustainability, then there are always these green skills as well that can be connected to our planet and the environment. And of course, you can link projects to any subject that you teach. I've mentioned here mathematics, sciences, geography, citizenship, arts, but it really is a whole school approach, whether it's collaborating with English language teachers, the library, just involve as many people, as many colleagues as you can. And as I said, it gives us the chance to encourage student agency, where our pupils feel as if they're being listened to and heard, and that their voices matter. So they become change makers, not only in their schools, but in, first of all, their local communities. And then through projects, we're always emphasizing intercultural dialogue and shared solutions. A solution perhaps that works in Greece or in Spain. Why might it not work for my school in Croatia? Perhaps it may give me an idea of how to change something, and maybe accommodate it to the needs of my local community. And In this webinar, we'll have speakers show how projects enrich their curriculum and make learning meaningful for their pupils. Now, if you have an idea, how do you get the ball rolling? How do you, from that spark, get an impact? I think it can start very small. Why not? So that's a small classroom activity. It doesn't even have to initially involve more than one class that you teach. So whether it's a waste audit, or an energy saving challenge with the pupils that you're currently teaching, you can build it up, of course, step by step, and involve cross-curricular subjects, and then maybe even identify a specific sustainability issue in the school and in community. Then the next step would be to connect it to one of the Sustainable Development Goals. We've done that. When I say we, then colleagues of mine who have joined me, Anna, Natalia, I see Renata, Ivana, and other colleagues. We've then focused on projects where there are specific sustainable development goals for that project. Because there are 17 of them, it's very difficult to effectively connect all 17 of them in one school year. It can be done, I'm sure, but if you focus on specific ones and then connect with other schools in eTwinning, then of course there's a whole new window of opportunities for European collaboration. So partner with colleagues, partner with eTwinning schools. Those are schools that have a lot of eTwinning experience and can always help. And then if you plan small, it's always possible to scale up. Sharing results, I think, is always important throughout the dissemination of your project. You can use our featured group as a base for dissemination if you desire. As I mentioned at the beginning, it's not always necessary for you to hold a presentation live, as we will be doing today. You can open up a forum in the featured group, share some ideas there. There are so many ways that you can share your results and inspire the wider community. And then how do you make this impact? It starts with the awareness, and then you change the behavior, and then of course there's action in the community. So the examples that I will quickly go through with you today, these are just some of my ideas. These are not projects that I'm doing at the moment, but perhaps if there's something here that you feel you could do, or that kind of sparks that interest in you, then please feel free to use any of the ideas on the following slides. So if you're a mathematics teacher, measuring carbon footprints and analyzing energy data, I think, is a great way to incorporate projects, green projects and sustainability into the curriculum. So whether it's graphing or percentages, there are so many different ways that you can do that. Again, then renewable energy models and water quality monitoring is an opportunity for STEM teachers from biology or geography to work together and perhaps collaborate with maths teachers. When I work on STEM projects, they're more often than not STEAM ones. So there's a lot of arts involved, and it's great getting the children to upcycle waste that they find. And so it's not just recycling traditionally, but making something completely different from the waste that they found in their environment. And why not make an art exhibition or eco-poetry, digital storytelling to kind of finish the whole concept of this awareness of a sustainability and green project. And then I think cleanup campaigns are a great way to get parents involved. the local community, the school founders, local companies and partnerships, and why not make a green school charter for future years, promises of how we will keep our school and our local community and environment clean. These are, again, other ideas that I just jotted down. If you find there's something that you could use, please feel free to do so. Eco footprint detectives, again, this is connected to the carbon footprint, where students compare and measure and try to reduce the whole school's carbon footprint. So they could work on amassing a greater amount of data within their whole school and get as many students involved as possible. Perhaps you have a corner of your school where you can make it more green in the sense of creating a biodiversity spot somewhere for not only plants, but for animals, birds, bees, bug hotels. That's something that I've wanted to do for quite a while, but I'm not sure I'll get a chance this year. And then we have energy guardians, a topic where connecting geography and biology and mathematics again, where children can monitor the energy use in the classroom, propose ways of perhaps saving some of the school funds, and the creative recycling. I just wanted to emphasize that again, because turning waste is not just a way of recycling into art, but you could even make a board game or some kind of learning tool connected to your recycling. So those are some specific ideas for green projects. But if you look towards the eTwinning annual theme that changes every year, this year you will see, you probably know that it's citizenship education, celebrating what unites us. And of course, green projects connect with this because of the shared responsibility and global citizenships. So how about connecting something with bodies of water in your area? If you live near a river or the sea, maybe you could do a project like that. You could explore European energy heritage, for example, or sustainable traditions. All of this can be linked to the annual theme. This presentation will be uploaded to the featured group website, so you can always have a look at some of the information there if I'm going through the slides too quickly. So every project, no matter how small it is, it can create ripples of changes. And you're not alone in eTwinning, because you're connected with people who are as motivated as you are to make a change. And this is where your classroom and your students can feel safe, connected, dream and design for sustainability. But I think that's enough from me, and I'll be handing over now to Natalia. So I will stop sharing and I will pass you over to her. So it's stopped.
Okay. Thank you very much, Anita. Anita, thank you very much for the invitation, and thank you very much for all the ideas. I'm a member of the group, and I'll definitely have a look at the presentation. There were some ideas there that we haven't already integrated in the projects that we have done together. So it would be great to implement some of them in my school next school year. Thank you for them. So let me share my presentation. I hope I'm doing the right thing. So, okay, that's my, that's a presentation, okay. I suppose you can see it?
Yes, it's visible. There we go.
Great.
Thank you.
Great. So, as Anita said, I'm Natalia. My name is Natalia Dzidzi. I'm an English teacher from Athens, Greece. Since 2023, I've been serving as a head teacher at the 13th Heliopolis Primary School. I've been an eTwinner ever since the beginning. I started in 2005. I've had the chance and the honor to work with Anita on eTwinning project since 2018. And it has always been fun and creative, and it has always been a really rewarding experience for me and my students and the other teachers that collaborated with Anita. What I particularly like about working with Anita from Croatia, Anna from Spain, Stephanie from Greece, and Stephanie from France and Paraskivi from Greece, is that we are together in it, and we co-shape our projects, and each of us contributes some pieces to the whole, and this whole is really unique. And this is really and it makes the whole effort really rewarding, and we take a lot of satisfaction out of our work, and the daily work it is not that strenuous anymore. It makes us feel happy being at school and going to school every day. So today I'm here to present our newly founded project. Its title is Green Roots Blue Drops. It is a collaborative transnational project for students aged 11, 12, and 13, students from Croatia, Greece, and Spain. The project's overall goal is to build eco-literate schools through hands-on activities such as gardening, water care, energy conservation tasks, and active citizenship. It aims at equipping students not only with knowledge, as Anita said before, it's not only knowledge that matters, but we also aspire that we will equip our students with practical skills and a sense of responsibility for sustainability. We are planning to work on this project from September 2025. We're starting this month as soon as schools start. In Greece, they start on September the 11th. And we're going to work on the project until April 2026. The key focus will be we're going to take a whole school approach. We are aiming at improving our schools as sustainable learning organizations. The students will explore gardens, water, energy, waste reduction at school. And the project will try and prepare these young people for their role as active and responsible citizens. So in other words, the project integrates citizenship, literacy, numeracy, STEM, and digital skills, making sustainability a cross-curricular theme. But apart from these skills and competencies, there are also horizontal themes which cut across the project. And I'm referring to self-regulation, which is a life skill everybody needs to develop. It's very important for our students to know when to start work, how they are going to work on a particular topic, how much time it's going to take them. It's very important to be able to manage your time without having the teacher monitoring every step of the task. Another horizontal theme is student agency. We pass the floor to the students and invite them to decide themselves. For example, about the output of their collaborative work. What is it going to be? This is something that we have done in the previous project that we have done together, and it has really worked because the students take responsibility for the end result. And they are more involved this way, and they're more motivated. Another horizontal theme is the ethical use of AI. We are very much interested in artificial intelligence tools, and these tools are everywhere nowadays, and they make things easy, but due to the lack of boundaries and rules, it is only natural for kids and grown-ups as well to get out of line. So we are going to try and teach the students boundaries and rules in the use of AI tools, apart from teaching them the tools themselves. And there is also citizen science, which is science for the public. That is, people that are not scientists can contribute to science. And we are going to invite our students to do so with the help of two universities, one from Croatia and one from Greece. Work process, our students will collaborate in international groups, working with peers from the project countries. They research using AI chatbots, open sources, as well as their textbooks, because curricular integration is part of our project. They design sustainable solutions using collaborative online tools, and ultimately they will be invited to co-design a vision of a sustainable green and blue school. We sort of did the same thing in our last project. They designed a sustainable city. This year we are going to focus on the school, and we'll invite them to design a green and blue school. This process mirrors real world problem solving and teamwork, and we are going to equip our students with the skills that they need in order to solve problems in their future lives as well. So we are starting in September. In September and October, we'll run activities that have to do with school introductions, student introductions, ice-breaking activities for the students to connect and get to know each other. We are planning to involve families. Parents and grandparents are going to share eco-friendly routines like waste reduction, saving energy, sustainable transport. And the students are going to compile these practices into a poster of environmentally friendly habits. In other way, we are trying to establish a strong foundation by linking sustainability to the students' everyday life, but also link sustainability to the community. Citizen science and blue economy, the students in November, okay, we may run out of time in order to do all this that we're planning to do, but it's something that we have dealt with before. So we'll find a way. The students will join an online workshop, which is going to be led by university student teachers, that is students who are studying at university level in order to become teachers. And these student teachers will prepare interactive, gamified activities for our pupils to explore citizen science. And the end result will be games designed for pupils and games that will make citizen science accessible and fun. On the blue economy pillar, students tackle water conservation challenges from rainwater harvesting to water saving systems. And they co-create an infographic, which is the end product, an infographic with practical water-saving tips for schools and local communities. We sort of did the same thing at house level, and now we're going to do it at school and local community level. In December and January, we'll deal with garden, food, and waste. This space brings together science, creativity, and communication. Students will be invited to create either an eco podcast or vlogs. It's going to be up to them it's their decision to make, and we'll also decide on the topic. We'll give them a list of topics such as composting or reducing waste, and they are going to decide, and their decision is going to place them in a different transnational group. With other students, I have also selected this topic and this end result, a podcast, for example. They will also maintain a virtual eco-journal calculating the school's water footprint and sharing garden observations. We are going to grow our gardens. We already have gardens at our schools, but we're going to work more intensively on them. Using tools like iNaturalist Junior, they record plant species that they grow in their school gardens and design a virtual, collaborative, sustainable school garden, which is going to be the end result on the twin space. Energy solutions in February 2026. The students will ask the question, which renewable energy solutions can we integrate or build at school? And they are going to provide answers. They will do research on, they will research insulation, solar panels, natural ventilation. They will be working in groups and design feasible solutions such as the solar panels I already mentioned, and then they will present them collaboratively in transnational groups. This empowers them to see themselves as problem solvers who can propose real world changes. Literacy in open space is in March 2026. The pupils will co-author the Green and Blue Storybook, an illustrated digital story teaching it's going to be an illustrated digital story that they will use to teach the younger students at school about sustainability. They will be the authors and the storytellers. They will be the authors in their transnational group and the storytellers in national groups. At the same time, the students will document outdoor eco activities and assemble a virtual open air learning showcase. And we've been trying through these outputs. You can see them all here. These are the expected collaborative results, what the students will have produced by the end of the project. And through them, we will trying to combine creativity, literacy, digital storytelling, reinforcing that sustainability is not only about science, but also about culture and imagination. We wish them to use their brains, their minds, their souls. And the results are student-driven, and they're designed to, and they will be designed, or at least this is our intention, designed to reach both the students, but also the wider community. And the end result that will take on the previous ones is an interactive vision of a green and blue school. So we are going to join forces, all the 4 schools of the project, in order to create a green and blue school. And this model will integrate citizen science, food and waste, renewable energy, and open learning spaces. And it's going to be the school the students imagine, that the students want to be in, a sustainable, collaborative, and community-oriented school. In April, we are going to take on dissemination activities, organize campaigns and events for the local community. We're going to invite parents and grandparents to schools so that the project will have an impact beyond the classroom, and it will also empower students to act as ambassadors for sustainability and influencing their families and the local communities. So Green Roots and Blue Drops is more than a school project. We are going to at least this is what we wish, to shape eco-literate citizens. ecoliterate future citizens. Here are my contacts and Paraskevi's contact for this presentation. And thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you, Natalia. I'm wondering what the participants think about this very detailed project that hasn't even started yet. But I just wanted to tell everyone that the two of us have been working together with Anna and Stephanie and Renate and all these other people as a team for quite a while now. So the ideas that we have really work well together, and these are our plans. This is how the Twin Space is set up at the moment. We will see how much we will be able to do, but from past experiences, I'm very hopeful that this will be a great project. I'm very excited to start it. If there are any questions, maybe people can ask in the chat. Thank you, Natalia, once again for making it on time and for sharing our plans and our vision for the new project. So questions in the chat, please. And I think Irina can start now with Instagram, if she's ready.
Yes, I'm ready. Oh. So hello everyone, my name is Irina Kozlecic-Juraga and I teach biology, STEM and Globe in primary school Zadarski Otoci, and also I have a colleague Ivana Šoše, but she's not available right now. She is on a project with me on this workshop, but she's not around yet. I will share my presentation. Am I sharing?
Yes, it's visible. If you just want to start with the whole page from the beginning, and then I'll turn my microphone off just to let you know that it's all visible. Yep, that's great. Okay. Thank you.
So my workshop is the Instagram plate. It doesn't want to move.
I think you have to click maybe on your with your mouse on the presentation. Do you want to try it that way?
Yes, thank you.
Okay.
So today we all have Instagram or Facebook, and everything that we do in our life with the kids or with the family, or when we eat, we want to share that with the rest of the people. But is that really smart? And is that what we share really good for our health? So in that way, we make a presentation. We make one workshop in which we will try to encourage young people to take everything from our country, not just the food, even the sneakers. Every of the country has their own factory of the clothes of the sneakers, but we are also see on internet something that is better. And with this workshop, we will try to encourage young people not to buy that from the Instagram, from the other country, then to leave the money and economy here in Croatia or in Greece in your way. So we could start this workshop with some questions which are connected with the meals. So how many daily meals do you have and what you eat? That what you eat, is that something from the Instagram or it's something what you can buy in a market, not in the super market? So if that is a local, and if kids say that they eat something from the Instagram, like avocado, like chia seeds, salmon or something like that, then you could ask them how long that food needs to come to in Croatia to us. How long is the distance between origin and our kitchen? Also, you could ask them, is there some local food that could replace salmon and everything else? The question is also, do they know differences between local farm, between organic production and breeding, and do they know what is intensive cultivation? And they usually know everything that. So this workshop requires some materials. First, you need to divide your students into 4 groups, and every of the group has his recipe, and the recipe should have names, ingredients, and origin of the ingredients. Today we have a Google Maps, but maybe if you don't have access to internet, you just give the students word map, pins, and calculator, because in one way they need to calculate the distance in kilometers from the origin of the food and their country. So I will now present you 4 recipes. And the first recipe is a grilled salmon with avocado sauce, quinoa, and cheese seeds salads. Also, we need to put this information. So salmon is come from Norway, from salmon farm. Olive oil is from Greece, from local farm. Avocado, garlic, lemon juice. For each these ingredients, you just need to say from where they are coming, and if they are local farm, organic farm, intensive cultivation, or breeding. Then we have a second recipe, which is grilled sea bream with green peas, pure millet, walnut, and carrot salad. And you see, now we are not in some other countries. We are now in the local farms, and the millet is came from plantation between Sava and Drava river. Of course, these are rivers in Croatia. So when you start to make your own recipes, you will take some 2 rivers in your it's my son, he came home, in your own country. The third recipes, it's again not so local. So we have a chicken breast from the grill with quinoa and vegetable salad, but all the ingredients are from Poland, from Greece, from Peru, Spain, France. They're not around. And the last one is a local one. So it's a chicken breast stuffed with goat cheese and the spinach, wrapped in bacon. I hope you're all hungry. Served with bucket wheel and a beetroot salad. And you see the chicken breast are coming from the local organic farm. Goat cheese is also from Croatia. Spinach, bacon, everything is here in Croatia. After you get your students' recipes, you also have a table for them. The table has ingredients, a distance, place of origin, which you could give 1 point for non-EU countries, 2 for EU, and 3 is your homeland, in my case in Croatia. Method of production, it could be intensive, conventional with some chemicals, so we could say that number 2 is okay. And third is the local, organic, homemade. And the last one is an environmental and social impact, which could be negative, okay, let's say okay, and great, sustainable. So for each of these column at the end, we have some numbers. I put here chicken breast from Croatia, and I take a distance about 30 to 50 kilometers. I put number 3 because place of origin is the homeland. Method of production is organic, and it's okay for there are no such a great impact. And the second one is the chicken breast from Poland. It's really far away from us. It's EU, but a method of a production and environmental impact is bad. It's just one. We want these numbers to be really low. So for a distance, we want a low. I will go back. We want a low number because that means it's a homeland. It's near us. For place of origin, we want a high number because it's our homeland. And for this third and fourth column, we want also a high number because it says it's local production, homemade, and the last one it's sustainable production. So if you calculate everything in a recipe, the first one with the salmon is really long from us in a distance. Place of origin is 13 because it almost nothing is from here. Also method of production and this last impact. Grilled sea bream is something, it's better, of course, because everything is from here except the lemon, which is from Spain. Grilled chicken breast, you see the numbers. And the last one, the chicken breast stuffed with the goat cheese, will be our winner because it's really close to us. The place of origin is everything from homeland in Croatia. Method of production is everything also without any chemicals. Everything is organic. So this is our winner. Why are we do this? Because we would like kids to understand that there are some interesting facts and that there are some sustainable food. Avocado grows in Mexico. Quinoa and chia seeds in South America. And salmon is not here in Croatia, right? It's in Norway. And all of these ingredients are actually native cereals and native fish and native plants. But if we are going to eat them instead, these one which are grow here in Croatia, in our homeland, then we are actually cause hunger in the land where they should produce in the first place. So the quinoa and chia seeds from 2010 become so expensive for the people who are growing them that they cause a hunger. Even a quinoa is more expensive than the chicken in Lima. So it's really not acceptable for them. And we here in Croatia have some substitute food. So for quinoa, it would be a millet. I put the pictures also. For chia seed, it will be flaxseed. Pumpkin and walnut would be good substitute for avocado. And salmon here in Croatia, and also you in Greece, we have Adriatic Sea, so we have really lots of fish. We don't need to eat salmon. I don't say that we shouldn't eat. I just say we don't need to eat. The goal of the workshop is to encourage young people to act for common goods, for our economy, to grow and to breed species that are common here, and to live for Mexico and Peru and all the other country their food. Where to find workshop like this? I also put the link for this handbook. This is a handbook that Agronauta give us, and it has it's in Croatian, in English, and you have this module 7, which is sustainable agricultural and food system, and this Instagram plate is actually superfood, super or not. I was in the team which created and which tested, so this module 7 activities I'm really proud of, because it's my team who did it. And as I say before, this maybe you don't have internet, so you don't need Google Maps. This is a picture that is old, maybe 1 month. This is Erasmus in Lika. With scouts, you see we all have scarves. So they do this workshop and lost the others. They don't have any internet there in Lika, so they have a word map and the pins and calculator, and they need to calculate everything by the map. And the last picture also from our Erasmus and the same workshop. This is a literature, and thank you for your time.
Irina, thank you. That was really interesting and very thought provoking, because it just makes you think. I can only imagine how our students would think if they started delving deeper into these recipes that I wrote in the chat, that they're all very good recipes just before lunch to share with us.
I hope you're not hungry.
Yeah, a little bit, but we only have one more presenter, so we will all be able to go to lunch soon. But yeah, it was very interesting to see how you approach these aspects of recipe cooking, sustainability, with geography, mathematics, and biology as well, and how you can substitute certain ingredients for ones that are locally grown. As we were listening to you, one of my colleagues wrote to me privately, "I'm not buying chia seeds anymore."
I am.
You as well. Okay, yeah, but it's great. Natalia, I think, asked for a link to the handbook. Could you perhaps put that in the chat while we're listening to Antonia? Yes. Thank you so much. And any other questions perhaps people could ask in the chat, or you could maybe give your email address also. But yeah, lots of food for thought, that kind of connected to the theme. But thank you, Irina. And then we're here with Antonia.
Hello.
Annika. We can't see you.
My internet connection is not so well, so I will be without camera.
Oh, so yeah. If your internet connection kind of stabilizes, it would be great at the end just to say hello and goodbye. But yeah, I understand if you turn your camera off, then it will be much more stable. Okay, so I will leave you all with the final presentation of this afternoon. I introduced Antonia at the beginning, but for those of you who didn't hear, she is an expert advisor, geography teacher, global trainer. I don't know what else, but She's a great colleague and friend of mine, and we will be commencing a new journey together with other colleagues who are here with us today on eTwinning called Urban Heat Islands. But I'll leave you to it. Thank you.
Thank you, Anita, and hello everyone once again. Thank you, Anita, for the introduction, and of course, thank you for the opportunity to present our ideas of our new eTwinning project called From Local Streets to Global Change. This project, which Anita and I devised, relies on the impact of urban heat islands. And I'm going to present a collaborative international project that brings together students and teachers from 6 schools across Croatia, Greece, and Italy. This project focuses on a pressing environmental issue, urban heat islands, and empowers students to become young researchers and change makers in their communities. So, like I said, we will involve in this project 2 schools from each country. One of this school will be located on the coast, and one of them will be inside of country. So the goals are to investigate, measure, compare, and of course act on the phenomenon of urban heat islands. Students will first explore what urban heat islands are, and we don't need to talk about that much now because I think that we all know that, but for shortly, urban heat islands refer to urban areas that experience significantly higher temperature than their rural surroundings due to human activities and infrastructure. These projects allow students to explore this concept through hands-on science and international collaboration. But for students and for the starts, they will use digital tools and satellite maps to investigate whether the surface soil temperature in their city are higher than the surface soil temperature in rural areas in their neighborhood. They will investigate different satellites maps with different digital tools. They will also highlight examples, look at changes over time for both and urban and rural areas. So we planned to investigate that changes over the last 10 years. So after classroom research, students will embark on their own research. Each school will measure surface temperature in 2 types of area. One of this area will be natural surface, for example, such as the school gardens or some different green areas near the school, for that schools who don't have their own school gardens. Second one will be a built surface, such as parking lots, roads, or some squares. Surface temperature measurement is performed with an infrared thermometer, and the measurement is performed at 9 points. And then the average for the area is, they will calculate their average. So after this investigation in their school, they will work on national comparison. School from the same country will compare their data. They will compare data from coastal schools versus that data from inland schools. How geography and urbanization affect temperature differences. And of course, they will create some diagrams and satellite images for comparisons. These are some examples which we already made it. So after national collaboration, we plan to start international collaboration. All 6 schools will share their results. Students will analyze similarities and differences across countries. They will discuss how climate, urban planning, and vegetation influence heat retention. And we come to the most important thing in all projects, and that is action. After analyzing the data, students will propose solution to reduce the impact of urban heat islands, create some campaigns in their school and some neighborhoods, encourage the local community to plant tree and increase some green spaces, what is very important. We hope that this will lead to real changes, so we can see some more shadows, cooler cities, and healthier environments. Through this project, students will learn about climate science, data collection, and environmental geography. They will also develop some skills in critical thinking, teamwork, and scientific communication. They will use digital tools to visualize and compare data across the borders. And this is not just a science project, we can say it's a citizenship project. Students will reflect on how their local environments contribute to global changes. We will connect students across Europe, combine science, geography, and civic responsibility, encourage young people to take ownership of their environment. And we believe that by empowering students to understand and address urban heat islands, we are planting the seeds for our cooler, greener future. So we hope we all be the change, and our city will be more cooler and more greener. So thank you for your attention, and Anita is here for more question about this project. And Natalia is gone, but Natalia is also involved in this project. And I hope
not Natalia. Natalia's
not
not
Natalia.
involved. No, not Natalia.
Okay.
Gina is involved.
Gina is here with us. I think
Okay.
she's here with us. Yeah. No, Gina. I asked Gina
Yes,
to be involved in this one. Is she there? She is. Okay, great.
Yes.
So thank you, Antonia, first of all, for the presentation. And the idea was one that the two of us have been discussing for a while, working with our schools on a common topic, because the school that I teach in is on the Adriatic coast. So it's a completely different climate to the one where Antonia works, which is inland of Croatia. And so this is a project where we will only be having 2 schools per country, because we really wanted to make it specific. There, your camera's working. So we wanted to make it specific in comparisons within each country, the different climates of each country, and then comparing the similar climates of other countries. So this is why we really wanted to pick partners that have similar geographical locations as Croatia. So we're really looking forward to working on that. Thank you. Gina is somewhere, I think, in the chat as well. But this is a project, again, that we've just started. It's in its initial phases, and I will now finish up with the webinar so we can all head off and have a lunch after Irina's Instagram plate. I'll only be 2 more minutes, and then that will be it for today. From current slide. Okay. Can you see the presentation? I hope so. Everyone's gone quiet, but those were our speakers.
Yes.
Sorry,
Yes.
It's gone backwards. Those are our speakers for today. Thank you to each and every one of them. Ivana was unavoidably delayed today, but Irina held it without her. So thank you for that. I just wanted to again emphasize how important this featured group is, and if you have a little bit of free time to join our group to explore, share, and find inspiration with like-minded educators, So maybe you could start or join an eTwinning project that is green this year, so we can start making changes and creating a responsible world, and local communities start from where we live, and empower our students to be creative European citizens and transform our education. That will be it. This is the QR code and the link that I added a couple of times to the chat. If you would like a certificate of attendance, please just fill this in with your name and email address, and I'll get those out to you. And then there's a short evaluation for each presenter. We find that really helpful, just to see what we could do better, how much you enjoyed the presentations themselves, and any feedback is always very welcome. So I'll leave you to it. Have a lovely Wednesday afternoon. Thank you once again for spending just over an hour with my colleagues, friends, and myself. And I hope to see you in the group. If you would like to present, disseminate anything related to a project, an idea, or a resource that you have, please get in touch with me, and we'll organize the webinar next time to have you more involved. There you go. Thank you again. Take care, and I'll see you soon.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
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 Bye.
Bye.